Yo, what's up? We back in the channel. So today we're gonna going to read book again. Right here, I think it's great. This camera's freaking ass. Write out your goals. You are the nutter of your future. Write about what you design and leave your story. I once read that if you write down your goals, they are more likely to come through. I was intrigued, so I dedicated look into it. I began untreat all these wonderful, analyzing data, understanding data, wonderful analyzing from students, and remake remarkable stories of people who wrote down their goals on paper and ended up with manifesting them years later. A popular example is that of a professional American football. This is like the Earth. How is it called? Vibration. What the fuck? The Earth have vibrate. When he was in fourth grade, wrote down himself a letter in which he quick predicted that he would become a professional football player, what team he do play for, and even his weight and height, that he just knew what he wanted. And he was sacrificed about his vision for the future. His ideas eventually manifest into his reality. When you write out your goals, you turn to intentions into something, define them in detail, and this will help you to stay focused so you don't lose your way. I've had great fortune when it comes down my goal. In the past, I've written very special detail about my goals, and they've manifest exactly how I wrote them. The way I write my goals is quite special. I'm sharing these details with you here so you can make use of them too. Right, understandable. So you have to write your goals with a pen or pencil. The act of writing down your goals on paper rather than on screen creates what I like to think is a magical impression on your mind. When you write these goals in your own hands writing, this impression on the mind depends giving greater force to your goals. Be honest. Write them down exactly as you wish them. Don't racist yourself or write them in the way that you think is right. If you have big goals, that's fine. Thinking big means you're open to receiving big. Write them in the present tense, just as with write out your goal in the present tense, as if you have already done them, just as I am a great. If that's what you want to become, your mind will choose the path of least resistance in order in a manifest. Make them positive. Remember, always write your goals down from a positive stance. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Write them in your own voice. Write them exactly how you do say them. You don't need to use fantasy language. These goals are to be understood by you, and you alone. Write them in a way that you connect with easily. You shouldn't have to try to translate them in your head. Be specific. Write down as many details as you can. The clearer the goal, the clearer the outcome. Remember, the subconscious mind is working from a set of instructions, and the outcome can only be as good as the instructions provide. If possible, write your goals down without time frame in mind. Otherwise, when the goals doesn't manifest when you accept it to, you might be disheartened and become doubtful, which lowers your vibration and puts your goal farther away. However, if you are someone who is motivated by pressure, a deadline might help you to go into action. Is your call. If a time frame would be helpful, include one. If not, don't. Set goals you feel confident about. The best way to build confidence is to start with smaller goals. Once you manifest them, you'll be confident about bigger goals manifesting too. On your identity, identity, and writing down your goals, say them out loud every day. If you need to make some more um, adjustments to them, then do so. However, changing them is almost like planting a new um, beach each time. So keep that in mind. You need to know what you want. Well, that is short. That's short. So short. Well, I guess I just much to repeat that. I don't know. I feel you don't get it. The way I read it, I need to know more about words. I'm still confused and my tongue is like I don't know. Everything is confusing me, honestly. I think I don't know this word. What does this mean? I am improving every day. Affirmation. Affirmation. Just as with affirmations. Affirm. Affirmation. 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 I'll repeat this page until I fully read all of them. This video is gonna take a little bit longer. Accurately, accurately. Doesn't mean exactly, correctly, without error. Yeah, I protected my video get 1,000 views. That's protected mean guess protected, protected, and accurately mean exactly, correctly, no mistake. All right, write out your goals. You are the another of your future. Write about what you design and live your story. I once read that if you write down your goals, they are more likely to come true. I was in. Oh, okay, interesting. In intrigue. What the? Intrigue. Wait, how do I say that right? Makes someone very curious or interesting. They are more likely come true. I was intrigued. 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 I was intrigued, so I dedicated to look into it. I began to unravel. I'm sorry, she. You will break my heart, break my heart, break my heart. Bro, this book is so weird. I have to bend it. See? What am I talking about? What the I can't even read without using my hands right now. Holy motherfucker. Let me know. What does that mean? I don't even know. I didn't think of any. I don't think of any word right now. Let me know. What does that mean? What are you talking about? I said, let me know. What does that word mean? You dumb bitch. What? Oh my god. This dumbass. I might just translate it. Fuck you. Undo. They were attempting to unravel the cause of death. The fuck? Let me just translate it. It's not even close. What the fuck? Bro, why books make so hard to read? If you make so hard to read, how the freak am I gonna buy a new one? Get that? Damn it! Fuck. Write out your goals. You're the nutter of your future. Write about what you design and leave your story. I once read that if you write down your goals, they're more likely to come true. I was in school, so I dedicated to look into it. I began to unravel all these I wonderful. Hey, give me the bloody fucking wonder. I do not remember. I do not remember. What the freak, dude? What the freak am I reading? There is no way. Do you understand what he said, dumbass? Eh? No, no one. If I can't, no one can. This from students and remarkable stories of some of people who wrote down their goals on paper and ended up with manifesting them years later. A popular example is that kind of that of the professional American football. When he was in fourth grade, wrote himself a letter in which he quite um, correctly uh, I'm so upset right now. I want to punch someone. What? Dude. Yeah. Dude. Predict- He quite accurately predicted that he would become a professional football player, what team he do play for, and even his weight and height, 10 foot isn't practical. He just knew what he wanted, and he was specific about his vision for the future. His idea eventually manifests into his reality. When you write down your goals, you turn your intentions into something. Define them in detail, and this will help you to stay focused so you don't lose your way. I've had great um, fortune when it comes to writing down my goal in the past. I've written very specific detail about my goals, and they have sacrificed it exactly how I wrote them. The way I read my goals is quite specific. Uh, I am sharing this detail with you here so you can make them use of them too. Oh god damn it, dang it. Write out your goals with a pen pencil, pen or pencil. The act of writing down your goals on paper rather than on screens creates what I like to think is a magical impression on your mind when you um, do this goal in your own handwriting. This impression on the mind depends giving greater force to your goals. Be honest, write them down exactly as you wish them. Don't racist yourself or write them in the way that you think is right. If you have big goals, that's fine. Thinking big mean you're open to receiving big cock. Write them in the past present tense. Just with yes sir. Write down your goals in the present tense as if you have already exist them, just as I am a greater. If that's what you want to become, your subconscious mind will choose the path of least resistance in order to manifest your goals. Make them um, positive, positive. Remember, always write your goal down from a positive state. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Write them in your own voice. Write them exactly how you do say them. You don't need to use fanic, fantast, fantics, fantastic language. These goals are to be understood by you and you alone. Write them in the way that you connect with easily. You shouldn't have to try to translate them in your head. Be sophisticated. Write down as many details as you can. The cleaner the goal, the cleaner the outcome. Remember, the subconscious mind is working from a set of instructions, and the outcome can only be as good as the instructions provide. If possible, write your goals without time frame in mind. Otherwise, when a goal doesn't manifest when you accept it to, You might be disheartened and become doubtful, which lower your vibration and poach your goals far away. However, if you are someone who is motivated by pressure, a deadline might help you to go into action. Is your call. If a time frame would be helpful, include one. If not, don't. Set goals you feel confident about. The best way to build your confidence is a to start a similar goals. Once you manifest them, you'll be confident about bigger goals. Manifesting too. Once you have identified and write down your goals, say them out loud every day. If you need to make some more adjustments to them, then do it. So, however, changing them is almost like planting a new deep each time. So, keep that in mind. You need to know what you want. Okay, I just make it longer, like hour, half an hour. Where's my